broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey, I'm back with the Roja.
We back!
My peaches. Hey. What up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Real Housewives of Atlanta season motherfucking 8.
Yes.
Episode 1 of hopefully not 2700.
Please, Lord Jesus.
I'm joined in studio by my favorite castmates. We have Miss Pink English.
I'm back, lovers.
Oh, she is. And wait till you hear the commentary on this one.
Yeah.
We have Miss Courtney Stewart.
What's up? What's up?
Are you channeling
Well, see,
Portia?
I had to do the finale of Downton Abbey today, and it's 1925 on Downton Abbey for y'all that don't know what that is. So I also had to work out and go to traffic court today. So I was trying to be in line. Then I was like, oh snap, Portia be wearing a headband. So for all y'all haters out there,
that really worked all day. That
it
worked.
worked all together. The Lord was with me. All y'all haters out there like, oh, you didn't come here. No, I didn't. It was twisted up. I had to get a workout in and go to traffic court and come to work. So
But
I
it
did
still
my best to
looks
make it
cute.
work. Thank you, darling.
Boop. All right, now we're gonna be doing this thing, right? So like, cause I ain't got a computer in front of me, so I can't like see what y'all are typing in the thing. So we're gonna start a hashtag, right? And
What is it gonna be?
what is our hashtag? Is it
it gonna
Roja
be?
ABTV? Or is it ABTV Roja?
ABTV Roja.
ABTV Roja. So if you guys hashtag ABTV Roja,
Please,
we'll be
please.
able to read your commentary
Read your tweeters.
and tweet along with the after show. Let's do it. Y'all, I was nervous as hell to watch
too.
this because
Yes, I
all the
was.
tea that was been
Yes, honey.
spilled.
Yes.
I'm thankful that they kept Kim to the next episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
my heart's not ready for it.
Not
No.
ready.
But I have to say, they did this episode. I was thoroughly entertained. Dips, teabag.
I
laughed?
didn't watch any of the previews because I was
Okay.
like, let me prepare myself. Like, I knew who was gonna, like, I knew Marla was gonna be there. I knew Sheree was gonna be there, but I wasn't expecting them when they like showed up on the screen and like did their intros. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is gonna be too much. This is gonna be too much.
Hold up, everyone. Hand up, hand out, and shake it because Cynthia finally got the centerpiece.
Yes,
Didn't she?
she really did.
She did.
Honey, Nene said bye.
Center.
For now.
For
now. But she looked good.
You know, Kenya was leaned out on the side.
On the side, like, I'm trying to be. No.
Let me put my feet where Claudia was.
What do you guys think of all their intros? The new intros.
What is Phaedra? I was just like, stop with the God thing. I'm all
About Jesus.
What would Jesus do?
for the Lord.
But it's just too fake.
I'm not saying it's fake, but it's just like you was in the hood
On a rubber mattress.
on Sheree's old airbed.
Yes.
You know, it's just
Letting somebody teabag you just like that.
Oh, you were teabagging, honey. He was not teabagging
Well,
you.
same thing.
Speaking, hold up. Speaking of teabagging,
What?
did y'all watch What Happens Live?
No. What happened? What happened?
Girl. Go ahead, Courtney. I know you watched all of them.
Oh, she was on
Oh, honey.
With
it was
who?
Candy and Vivica Fox. And somehow the conversation rolled around to Empire because she would be playing Cookie's sister on Empire.
Oh, I didn't know
And,
that.
Oh, honey, who cares
my
about any of that?
Goodness, the conversation about Mr. 50 Cent, who had an issue with Empire and talking crap about Empire in the past.
yeah.
Also recently posted about the drop in ratings of Empire. I don't know if y'all watch it, but I don't watch it no more.
I don't either.
Anyway, so he posted about the drop in ratings, a comment that basically said because of all the gay stuff that was happening on Empire, that's why the ratings have dropped. But he was cutting and pasting from like a larger blog about some more things that he didn't totally agree with. So he eventually brought it down. But when Andy asked Vivica about like, the whole like gay thing and 50 Cent attributing Empire's demise or lower ratings to
power,
gay thing
right?
because
Right.
which is why he was defending it to begin with. And she goes, well, I think he just has some
Inner issue.
mixed up issues. And Andy was like, are you insinuating that he is gay? And she was like,
She did.
I'm just saying, when I saw the Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy, he looked like a
booty snatcher.
A booty snatcher.
Oh my God.
And I died, and I of course Googled immediately what Vibe cover.
Everyone
and it was
did.
XXL's cover.
And that's what Candy said.
What does it look like?
So
though?
it's no, I don't know. It's like 50 with his arm
he had his
over
arm,
Soulja
but
Boy
he had
like
like a
this.
mask on, and like Soulja Boy was like shirt off. I mean, just because
What
she
did-
said
wait,
booty
did they-
snatcher,
Did they
it
both
looks-
have their shirts off?
Did they both? Yes. No? Yes? 50
did,
had a
but-
tank on or something.
Yeah, and he had like a.
He just had a thing wrapped on his
Sarabi,
face,
yeah,
so he
something
looked
like
like
that.
a
No,
scary,
so
like,
rude.
I'm about to snatch
Like
you.
Freddy
So when
Krueger.
she said booty snatcher, it kind of fit, and you were like,
Oh
maybe.
my gosh.
So, but then she
but
said
now
that-
he's gonna
Oh,
murder
he did. He
her.
already did.
He's-
He was like,
he's gonna
she's mad
annihilate
because
her.
I let her eat my butt one time.
That's what yes, he did. And
He
Soulja
is
Boy even
nuts.
chimed in. Soulja Boy chimed in, talking
But
about
Soulja Boy deleted
he
everything.
deleted it? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Soulja
Which
Boy chimed
that
in.
makes me feel question. But let's get
Right.
back into it. So
Anyway,
that was the
sorry.
tea. We just had to talk
But,
about
and
that.
Candy gave us a little more tea about the episode, which we'll talk about, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, spill that when it comes because I
Okay.
didn't see that part. I just saw that
No.
that part.
That's nuts.
But I did write something about the intro. When they came in and kind of did the quick little like intro to each person and showed them, it was Portia and she was talking to her baby. She's like, "Hey, baby," and I'm thinking
With her
about
legs up on the
FaceTiming
table.
you, FaceTiming you, and I'm like, "Oh my god, who the hell is this gonna be?"
Yeah.
We saw Kenya is building the Moore Manor.
More manner.
Or as Sheree calls it, the Moldy Moore Manor.
Moldy more manner.
Let's talk about it. So Candy and Todd go and see Dr. Jackie.
Dr. Jackie, Married to Medicine.
Always got to plug everyone else
With some
in.
highlights.
Yeah.
And some moving wig.
She looks good.
She looked good.
12 weeks, 4 days pregnant. They're hoping it's a boy. If it's a girl, they're going to try again.
Right.
Dust yourself off and try again.
That's work.
Todd didn't really get the daughter experience with his daughter, so she wanted to be able to give that to Todd
Not
with
because
the new
he's a
baby.
deadbeat dad. He didn't know he had a daughter until she was a big girl.
Do we
'Cause I
believe?
know how you become.
I'm like, do we really believe that?
He did know.
Doctor wants Candy to lay off her workload,
Because she's spotting.
and Candy's like, "Whoa,
So
who's
she's
gonna pay
like
the
4
bills?
months, right?
Who's gonna pay the
She
bills?"
looks like she's like 6 months.
Well,
It's
she
crazy
likes to
because
eat.
on a
Like her nose was already spread, her face was already big, and it's like you're only 4 months. Like you're still in the beginning.
But this is her second child. I heard that your first child, you have
It depends.
it's like a
And
skinnier
she's much older,
situation.
and she did in vitro.
That's
So
true.
she was probably already gaining weight because they're injecting hormones
Yeah,
constantly to
and
get
you
your
gain a
things,
lot of
and you
weight.
gain a lot of
And
weight.
let's keep it 100.
She
wasn't no
loves to
size
eat.
small.
She right.
But she did-
When
but
as
she
Todd
did
says,
lose-
you was
Girl, you know you've been
you
a medium.
But you know she did lose a lot of weight. Remember,
Yeah, girl.
like, she
now you
had
pregnant. Now you're gonna eat all that fried chicken,
everything.
all them
I
cornbread.
can't wait.
I'm not mad. I will be.
I would be
eating, and I
too.
wish somebody would say something.
Right.
You don't eat that? Yes,
Yes.
I am.
Sure, fuck him. I'm
Excuse
trying to have a
you?
healthy baby.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? One time, I don't have to think about no damn calories. I don't care.
Anything. I'm gonna eat everything.
This is Courtney, you gotta give Courtney an idea. She's gonna be pregnant all damn time. It's coming on in. I'm just
Don't
kidding.
be putting that out there. I rebuke you. Name of-
I had a friend tell me, she said that she went through this whole thing with this man and she whispered in his ear as they broke up. She said, "I ask for my energy back in Jesus' name, I pray."
Amen.
Oh my!
I like
creepy.
that though. I
No,
like
I'm gonna
that.
use it now.
I like that.
I'm gonna use it.
Cause some people be snatching your ish like,
Jesus' name, I pray.
amen. Girl, get it back. Get it back. Get it back.
Snatch it.
Pull it back.
Thank you,
Honey,
Lord.
speaking of snatching, Candy was talking to Todd in the garage because they were doing a little spring cleaning, and they need a little segue from his Phaedra. So we see that Todd is carrying Apollo's, keeping Apollo's motorbikes in the
Motorbikes
garage,
And probably
Four-wheelers.
those boxes too.
and probably the drill.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god.
You know, Todd came out to say, well, Apollo tells me he never sees the kids, and he
hasn't seen them in a year.
Because
he's been in there for a year now.
That went by fast.
Then he says, I call once a month, and they never pick up the phone.
But what did Phaedra say?
Phaedra made it seem like, I can't get him off of me. He is on me like.
We have good days and bad days.
We talk all the time.
You have once a month days. And you still don't talk to him.
It's been a year. Can we get one visit?
Candy brings up Phaedra's workout video with Todd, and we still get back to that payment of $8,000 that she never paid him.
She never paid.
I never knew about that, but I don't understand how.
Well, they had mentioned
it like very, very quietly.
Brought it
and
up.
I feel like
there was no numbers.
Yeah, because Candy don't talk about shit to begin with. Like she don't want to confront anything. But I feel like they mentioned it briefly before, and now that they are, but because they were friends, like it stayed in the ether. And now that we're not cool no more, like. It's gonna be a storyline and a problem.
Sorry,
Kind of like with Kim.
Well, he should have got that money because then he could have upgraded her ring.
Oh.
So.
Well, she's pregnant. Maybe it doesn't fit right now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Well, she didn't have to buy her own ring. He could have got that money, $8,000, put that towards. And Phaedra said the video was like $38,000.
That's cheap.
Where the hell did he put that money? He should have got.
Hey. What?
Hey.
Nick, better grab a seat. Grab on your dick as this bitch get deep. Deeper than the pussy of a bitch 6 feet. Stiff dicks feel sweet in this little petite. Young bitch from the street, guaranteed to stay down. Used to bring
During this time, please tweet us at ABTV Roha.
Sorry, we just had to do
Now we're
that.
back from intermission.
You know, we're gonna start doing this. We're gonna come in with some random musical breaks because we just need it in the minute.
We need the interview when we talking about the nonsense, like $8,000 that your friend didn't pay your husband,
Girl,
and now he's asking you to tell your friend to pay you,
Right. Like,
which is weird a little bit.
It is a little weird. I think it's only appropriate is because they're not talking. But if they were talking, then he could probably be like, hey, where's my money?
Where's my money? Yeah. That's
Where's
true.
my money, ho?
Where's my money, ho?
All right, let's talk about it. We get to Phaedra. She's prepping in the kitchen for Miss Portia.
Boo.
Portia?
Boo.
Boo what?
Big boo on this whole thing.
Why?
It's kind of like last year when Nene came in, and like I feel like the first episode was real similar. She like randomly goes over to Portia's new house and let's chit chat and kiki with each other because we so cool. Bullshit. You ain't got nobody else to film with because everybody hates you right now.
Exactly. She's my bosom buddy.
Like we've grown so close. She's been so supportive. Girl, bye.
No.
Portia, who didn't know what the Underground Railroad was, and you talked about her like a dog because she's dumb, and you talk down to everybody else that you feel is beneath you intellectually, and you gonna tell me you bosom buddies with Portia? Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Question?
I agree.
All right, well, let's talk about it. So, here's my thing. It's interesting to me.
What?
I don't want to talk about the Portia conversation yet. I want to talk about Phaedra and her mom talking about the baby and Apollo going off of the conversation of Candy and what they heard Todd say. Phaedra says Apollo doesn't understand why Phaedra's so overwhelmed and stressed. What are you guys thinking about the situation? Do we think Apollo's telling 100% of the truth? Do we think that they might talk a little more than regular? Do you think that Phaedra should be consistently on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, having her kids interact? If Phaedra and him are divorcing or divorced, do they talk on a weekly basis? Do they talk on a monthly basis? Like, what are you guys feeling about the situation?
How do you feel? You want me to go? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I will say that I was riding with Phaedra in the beginning because especially the youngest, President, which one the president? Shit, I don't know.
President's the youngest.
President is the youngest. Okay, so the youngest is really young to be having to go to a prison.
Yeah.
Just because, like she said, I'm sure there's very strict rules about how you get in and out and diapers and bathroom breaks and all of that, so I get why that's an issue. If it is the case that she has not visited him once with the kids in a year, I think that's a bit much. I think at least, I would be fine personally with at least one visit. As far as phone calls go, I would assume the phone calls are based on him when he can call. And if he calls at a time that she is not available, it is weird that at some point they haven't communicated over email, because most of the criminals got email.
Yes, they do.
Like, hey, this will be our set time every other week or every week or whatever it is, because I do believe, because the kids are so young, at least speaking to him over the phone on a weekly basis, in my opinion, is something that should be occurring. But I understand how it could be missed phone calls initially, but at some point somebody should have sent an email, and this should be calendared in your life. And unfortunately, you are still married and your children are exceptionally young, so it's not like they can just take the phone calls themselves from daddy.
Right.
You have to be the go-between, whether you want to be or not. That's still their dad. They still deserve to at least speak to him, and I think that that's her responsibility, to make sure that she is available when he is allowed to call, and that needs to get figured out if it's not actually happening. And I think that Apollo maybe exaggerates, but I do believe he's probably called a lot and not gotten a response.
He doesn't have anything
Bitch, wait,
else to
when did
do.
they paint in here?
I don't know, huh?
I'm sorry, y'all.
I was like, Jesse,
I'm
is there a
sitting here
spider?
looking
Like,
around
what are you
like,
looking?
it
Is
just
gray?
seems darker in here.
Because it used to be white,
It was
right?
white. Sorry, y'all.
Okay,
Go ahead. What you
moving
thinking
on.
about? I feel like I am in prison with Apollo.
Oh,
That's why I was like,
You're like, the walls are closing in.
well, I
The
look at
walls
the
are
camera and I
closing.
think, oh, it looks really good. You're
no, it
It
looks
does look
good
good.
here. Now I get why they painted it. Go.
There you go.
The thing is, this is very difficult to differentiate because we're dealing with two liars here.
Amen to that.
Phaedra has always been known as a liar from day one. I don't believe anything Phaedra says. I believe she puts on that fake whole Jesus. It's like a very Southern thing where it's like they're just so beat over the head with Jesus that they say all these like little like, yes, Lord, child, and oh, Jesus, and this, and she's just so programmed. And then her mom is this pastor, and so it's like shady, right? Her mom is shady queen, just like her. So they're probably lying. She's probably like, girl, you don't need to call him, and he probably is calling because if we think about it, he has nothing else to do. She doesn't want to answer. But why haven't you gotten a divorce then? What is holding you back for a year?
And how they threw it when they were like playing off of each other, and she's like, "Well, because he said he wanted a divorce,
so I'm gonna give it to him.
He wants a divorce,
right?
Girl,
like,
bye.
shut up. You are just holding on to a storyline without Apollo.
No, this will look good in the church.
It
honey.
looks-
It's
yeah.
gonna be okay, Phaedra.
Exactly.
Continuing to play victim to the Apollo situation,
Of
to
course.
which you were not a victim
So
of.
they're both lying. I kind of the only reason why I believe Apollo is because he is locked up. So he has
like,
nothing
what
else to do. And he probably does miss his kids and he misses his freedom. And he probably wants to know, like, where's my stuff? Like, you know, he's probably trying to check in and see what's going on. And she's gallivanting with Mr. Chocolate or whatever.
Hot chocolate. No sugar, no
Yeah, because like the thing is the phone calls. It is kind of hard because you can't like just call back.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if he's using one of them cell phones, 'cause my friend right now is using a cell phone. But it'd be like Washington be calling me, then all of a sudden Arizona calling me, then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I'd be thinking it's a bill collector.
Right.
And then the email thing is actually a lot harder than the phone call thing because you have to like find the email through your spam, accept it, fill out this whole thing.
You do that one time.
Now, a year
and
be
it's
in
off
there,
your list.
but it's really hard because I still haven't even done it. But
it's
he's already
the father of your children.
No, that's true. That is true. But he's
One
now
of
on
the
Facebook,
times
so
she was able
Apollo,
to
you can
call.
get on Facebook.
Yeah, he can get on
Phaedra,
Facebook now.
you be on Facebook.
He can have a freaking Instagram.
In
Yes,
in the
yes.
federal pen.
There's
Girl.
guys that have. Oh, I don't know about federal.
Because he's in federal.
Bitch,
prison.
what are you posting? Like you Snapchat?
Snapchat.
What? Working out, showing your meals, showing your commissary.
I thought you just said showing your meat holes. And I was like, in Jesus' name, I pray. Give me
Either
my
way,
energy back.
she can get him approved on her spam list so that the emails come through.
Yeah.
My cousin was in, and
my
I
God.
cleared it
And there
up,
has
so I
been
can
a
do
time
it.
he's called where she could have answered,
Of course,
and she
just
didn't.
Yeah.
looked at the phone like,
Yeah.
with her Phaedra.
And her mom go, "You don't need him, child."
Let's talk about it. Portia comes on over. She's still on her morning show. Phaedra's still upset with Apollo. And we find out that Portia's new man
25.
found her on Instagram. Through her booking email.
Well,
And you responded.
Yeah, her
like,
sister responded.
her sister responded.
I'm sure.
He plays, right?
I was like, oh, he's cute.
For the Bills.
Portia,
The
he
Bills.
cute.
I mean, he was cute.
He was.
Was he?
I thought he was cute.
I wasn't really like face, nah, but he had nice without a shirt
He
on.
like gave me.
Well, wait, we ain't there
just-
yet.
But he sounded slow.
What?
Okay, sorry, we're not
Yes.
there yet.
Okay.
But that works
So
for them.
Phaedra was interested. I mean, Phaedra was listening to her that, and then all of a sudden, Portia spills Cynthia's tea on Peter in this video that had gone around.
Yes.
And Phaedra said, "That's interesting. She was so concerned with my love life. If you were watering your own grass, you wouldn't know what mine looked like."
Whatever.
It's
Phaedra.
traditional Southern.
I loved it. I loved it. Moving on, Portia and Duke. Age ain't nothing but a number. Well, boo, I'm looking at you like, what money are you using? Are you funneling money from the man from Nigeria to pay for your new baby boo? Because his name is Duke. 24. He plays football for the Bills, and he's really into her. Like, literally a puppy dog.
6-pack and a smile, baby.
It was like a fat pack, but it was still cute. I mean,
But
that's
he's
like
24 and he's
No.
dating a girl with a big old fat booty.
A fat
and
booty,
she
and she's
is
on
on
TV,
television.
and she's famous.
You better be into me. If you
Yeah.
tried what? You don't think that you better throw rose petals when I'm walking? You're 24.
Except he's not quite doing any of that.
See, my thing is I
He's,
wonder
like,
if he's
into
on the
her.
TL.
No, he definitely. And
And
I'm
he was like,
sorry,
"Oh wait, she
he
a
was-
beard? She did this for Cordell. She gonna do it for me.
Yes.
We gonna be on Wags next season."
He's definitely on the DL. He's definitely on the DL.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
He's the new Todd.
Duke, just come out like Yusuf Mack. Come on.
Well,
You
Did you
can
see
do
that? The
it.
gay boxer now came out and said
Yeah.
that
see
he
how
found
Well,
see
himself.
where my eyes
after-
crossed? Yeah.
After the fact.
Right.
No fucks given. None.
Portia surprised her
Not for
baby.
you, Seth.
Portia surprised her baby with a bottle of cupcake wine, which I'm like,
Bubbly.
Cupcake wine is $6.99, y'all.
10 for the champagne, 9 for Chardonnay, 6 for Chardonnay.
I know. I was just kind of like, that's like, I got him a
then
nice
she-
bottle of bare feet.
And I'm pretty sure that's the one.
Or Andre.
Right.
At least Bare Feet tastes good because it tastes like punch.
Wait,
But
the
what
cupcake.
hotel is she?
If you ever had the red velvet one,
The red
it's
velvet
actually
one
really
is pretty good. But what hotel was she staying at? If she's
couldn't
like,
tell.
she's like, oh, this is luxurious.
Holiday Inn Express.
And then she's like, I asked up for the best bottle. The best bottle they
Was
have.
Cupcake?
They don't even
I
have
missed
like
that whole
Moet.
conversation.
Like they don't have nothing.
Girl, no, they ain't got no Shandon.
This is the
nothing
Ramada.
there.
It's the Ramada.
They got some Corbel, maybe.
Probably.
I can't.
Ramada. Oh my
Ramada,
gosh.
yeah.
The Ramada.
You know, you can get you a cute little pad and pen when you leave. Shit, and them fucking lotion bottles. It amazes me that, I don't know if it's at all the damn places, but that the Ramada, whenever you come, my dad would always save the lotion from the Ramada.
Oh.
But the thing is it never would, you would put it on, it
It's
would like make it
water.
more
It's
ashier.
water. Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden my hands start ashing again. I'm like, Dad.
It was actually alcohol.
Yeah, water and alcohol.
Water and alcohol.
Now they couldn't have been dating for too long. In
It's
which
been a month. Isn't that what she said to Phaedra? It'd been like a month.
1 month. She
she
said,
wants him to meet the family.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I was like, oh, girl.
and she said he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Well, she likes feeling like a
She's-
sugar mama now because she feels like she has some power. Instead of having her keys taken and the doors locked and her on the curb with her bag.
That's true. She
So
has
she feels like she's in control. Yeah, so she
I
likes
feel
that.
I feel
I
it.
understand that.
But not with the man on the DL.
Here's where I also think he's a DL.
Why?
Oh.
His lisp?
No. It takes a number of dicks to get that list, boy. No, because when she gave him the shirt to go change into, he went.
He went to the
go
back.
in the room.
He's like a child, a down low
Well, see, I
child.
didn't think he was DL. I just thought he was slow.
Oh, because Portia was like, "Bitch, why are you going in the
Changing in front of
bathroom?
me.
I want you to put it on in right now."
Maybe he was shy because of the
You gonna take that
cameras.
clip out?
Oh.
Girl, bye.
But it's always, and it's also gross because like the whole reason that Portia got her peach snatched to begin with is because she didn't want to put her relationship on the camera, and now suddenly she's like, I'm in
And
a
you know why else I
relationship,
think
I'm in
he
a
gay?
relationship.
He wearing one of them ruby necklaces.
Oh, you
Oh,
stupid.
did he have one on?
Have you noticed this?
You are
The
stupid.
ruby necklace thing.
Is the thing?
But I've started to only.
Like the one that Soulja Boy gave
Soulja
to
Boy
Nia,
gave to Nia,
and now we're
and now
saying
Mo-
Soulja Boy was butt snatched
my
by
God.
and then in it,
Gosh.
Milan from Love and Hip Hop had one on, and now question.
Do rubies mean something?
I have rubies. I love rubies.
Girl,
Are you a January
a
baby?
ruby
Oh,
around
that's
a
No,
not
no,
it.
no. I
That's
don't.
July.
No, I just love rubies.
You just like rubies.
Yeah, but you a girl.
Wait, rubies are November, right?
Do you like it up the butt?
I don't remember. Oh.
Oh! Moving on. Let's talk about Miss Moore Manor. So Kenya and Cynthia. Kenya's super excited because she found her new house. 3 years it has taken her to find it.
It does not take you 3 years in Atlanta, Georgia to find
Has
a
it even
wonderful
been
house.
3 years, really?
Pretty much, yeah. She's been on there for, what, 3 seasons?
That
4
has
seasons?
gone. Yeah, it seems like longer though. Actually,
Well, honey, she lives on the same road as Miss Chateau Sheree.
Side
What
note,
are the
Chateau
odds of that?
Sheree, didn't it look different to you? Did it look different to you?
I don't remember what it looked like because
It looked smaller.
Last time
It
it
looked
was
smaller.
Last time it was like ground level. I saw.
When what's it called?
When Funky
they did
Geneva
it
went
Funky
over
Geneva
did
there,
it too.
that looked like an entirely different house that they showed on this episode than the one that Funky Geneva went up on.
I mean, they might have rebuilt it, but I think that
I don't understand why when they
I think
drove
it's a
by,
different
they were
house.
like, "Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful!" Like, and then when the camera panned to, I was like,
it looked like a basic
"It
house.
just looks like any old house down the street." From
it
my
looks like a
house.
basic sized house that tried to make it look like a castle, and it was like.
I mean, it could be like, you know, there's a lot of property, so it could go back, which is fine. But looking at it from the front,
It
that
just
is
looks
not
basic.
the same
And that
house.
shit stale color, like, bitch, what was you
Well,
thinking?
I mean, characteristic of the neighborhood, I guess. I'm trying to figure out exactly where it is. I need to look at that Geneva video again and find out exactly where it is.
Because he
it
named
was
the bus
right
stop.
off the street.
Oh,
yeah,
he named-
and there was a bus stop right there.
Shut up.
and that bus stop is 600 feet from Kenya Moore's house.
But that's why I think it actually might just be a lie that Kenya lives in the same neighborhood, and maybe they're just trying to pretend like it's the same neighborhood for sake of story. Because the neighborhood also looks different because. Sorry, I'm from Atlanta, so like when I see the roads and like how much
you were paying
forestry
attention.
there are, and like there isn't a whole lot of shoulder. Those tend to be older neighborhoods that don't have. It looks like you're riding through the freaking forest.
They're
And
not developed.
They're not developed. They actually are. They're definitely houses that are back off the road. But in terms of the actual roads themselves, there's not a lot of shoulder on the road, and it tends to be in older areas and older neighborhoods with older homes where that exists. Which is why Kenya's house was hella random off in the
was
forest
really
as
a
a
modern-
modern. Like, I don't know where that came from. And then the house for Sheree did not look like the same house at all.
And my thing is Kenya. First of all, if it's a foreclosed house and it was a modern looking house like that, how modern was that house if it's that foreclosed and molded?
I'm like, girl, they didn't just foreclose. Like, somebody burnt that shit down and then foreclosed.
That's
on
what it looks like. It looks like it had nothing but just barely the structure.
Barely the structure and like just the front structure, because once they went in, you could see it. And I don't know if they maybe started building already, so they tore some more stuff down.
Yeah, they did.
I
start
thought
building.
it was the venue in which Candy had her wedding in.
You stupid. You stupid. It does look like that, like
The
industrial
outside.
unit that she went to like check on. Oh no, that was Kim. Okay, whatever. Another conversation.
No, Candy had hers in the industrial.
Remember when Kim was trying to have like a anniversary celebration for Croy, and they went to like this industrial like white looking building, and like she set up this whole thing.
Oh,
It
yep.
looked like that too.
All right, so Cynthia brings up Peter's video. Kenya gives a little shade, but Kenya was really shady to Sheree. It was just like everything. It was like, well, she was like, I might, she might have to ask me, we're going to be neighbors, so she might have to ask me for some sugar or like an apple or like some money for the light bill.
But the way she started it off, it kind of sounded like she was cool with her. Like when she was like, "Oh, let me show you Sheree's house.
Yeah.
Look at
Right
it. It's so
here."
beautiful, isn't it?" Like
Yeah.
she was like really into it. And I was like, "Oh, maybe her and Sheree." And she was like, "Yeah." And then she just started, progressed
Sarcasm.
like slowly, and then boom.
My house is fabulous too, but it's different. And then we fucking trek through the roads like Wrong
roads.
Turn horror movie. I
Yeah.
was like, the damn death driveway. But I came front because when my family had we used to have a moat. Like when
Yeah.
Shut up.
my dad hit the
So
business real.
cute.
At one point, my family had some money, and I was like, all right.
We got a
They
moat.
built
Yeah.
a real big house, and it was in a ditch like that,
Yeah.
but it had a moat. But hers looked deathly scary.
Well, it didn't look as bad until they started like talking about it later, and I was like, I mean, yeah, it is kind of like down off of a hill. Like
I wouldn't
there's a lot of
reverse up it.
rain
No, I
and-
don't think it's bad if I can see the potential
Oh,
in the
for
home.
sure.
And if it was out here, like everyone would want that house.
But yeah, how
because
is
it's
that
like,
weather-wise?
Weather, I mean, she's gonna have some potential
Swampy?
rain issue, but it's not like here where like if it rains, the ground is gonna like move and shift and throw your shit into the ocean. Like
Or
there, I mean,
earthquake,
there's
yeah.
trees and whatever. It's gonna rain. You might get some flood. Like my parents lived on a hill and there's a lake in the backyard, and it did flood at some point, but it had to be like crazy hurricane type stuff for that to happen. So I'm sure she'll be fine. She got a lot of trees to hold the ground together. She'll be good.
You know, when I saw the house, it was just, I knew it was me. This house
when you
represented
saw the
me.
house,
I was
it
like
was
a
only-
torn down, broken person. Sure the fuck does.
$110,000
That's what I
at
was
the
gonna
auction,
say.
and
Yeah.
you were like, "Score! I
Yeah.
can make this a miracle," because it's like my little piece of California with
Yeah.
the modernity, because that's
Yeah.
not characteristic of Atlanta. And I'm gonna turn all this property with all these trees. But then she started about, "I'm gonna have my babies running around," and I was like,
And they'll be falling off the driveway. You
Bitch,
idiot.
what baby? You live in
well, I'm
Twilight?
like, what babies?
Hunger Games?
How old is she?
She's like
60?
45
Oh.
now. 60. She's
Shout out.
bogus. She got to be like 45. She was like 41 when they started. And
Yeah,
that's been
she's
3-4 years.
mid 40s easily. But she could do in vitro if it catches.
And
She
have
could.
what? Some oatmeal
But
pies?
then it's like by the time your kids are like 10, you're like
can adopt.
senior
Bitch, she would have
citizen.
Keebler Elf cookie
Adopt.
babies. A mother oatmeal. All right, let's talk about Miss Cynthia, who
put it to that
Slay.
pita.
the whole day
Yes.
was the whole episode was just snatching them with from that blue
Yes.
with the blonde. I was like, Beyonce, who?
Right.
So Cynthia, you know,
Cynthia's
she says
winning that face game.
sports. Ever since Sports 1 in Charlotte opened, I only
Peter
see
ain't
Peter
here.
3 times a week.
Fair enough. I mean, you got a business.
Which
you got to be
is
there.
probably how much she saw him before. He was
How far of a
always
drive is
gone.
that?
Charlotte. My daddy used to work up there. Is it 4 hours?
Did your daddy come home every day?
He came home. I think he was there like Monday through Wednesday, and he'd come home Thursday through Sunday, something like that.
Cynthia's upset with Peter, pissed actually, and brings up the phone video. Now let's talk about this video. We've spoken about it over at our sister network. Maybe you guys have heard of it, Black Hollywood Live. Well, whatever your I was gonna do the AFTERBUZZ TV read, but Black Hollywood Live. Courtney's over there. I'm over there. We have so many shows for you guys. We have one that you will love called Reality Check. All of your favorite reality shows wrapped up into one TV show, Reality Check. Me and Courtney do a Hot Topics news show called This Week with Dario Kristen. I also have a music show called The Beat. Courtney has Fashion 411 where she's talking all things fashion.
For black folks, all the time, all day, every day.
Boom. Check us out on iTunes and also at blackhollywoodlive.com. All right, so let's talk about this video.
That's out.
Shady.
From what you saw, and I know we all watched it
We're both like,
several times, because the first time, months and months ago, I had watched it several
Yes,
times,
we
and I had
and then we
to
watched it again.
rewatch it.
Rewind. Brought it all back this week.
It looked worse this time to me.
What you think, Lingus? How was
If you
feeling?
could line any, like, let's pull any, like, 20 random women and show them that video, all 20 of them are going to say inappropriate.
Is there any,
Hallelujah.
like, from looking at that video?
Absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
There is
You can't say
no-
shit.
And the thing that pissed me off the most is he kept defending the girl.
Yeah.
He kept saying, like, she's a
She's
really
my friend.
nice
She cool.
girl.
She
She's
don't want
a
nothing to do
frequent
with me.
bar visitor.
Who
she
gives
doesn't.
two nothings?
Then why the
What?
hell is your hand on her breast?
Sir?
Caressing.
Why is your hand
Not
wrapped
like,
around her
Hey, English. Oh my God, your boobs are great. Squeeze, like, cause you know we do that sometimes.
All the
no,
time.
He stroked, caressed.
It was like he really
Now he
knew
might have been
her.
whispering in her ear because I couldn't tell if
that
it was a
makes it
kiss or a
worse.
whisper.
That makes it worse.
100%. But I couldn't tell. I mean, he could have been kissing her. I don't know if he was kissing on her.
It almost
But-
looked like that.
Hells no.
We're gonna take it away.
Okay,
I'm
take
not
the
even.
kiss
I'm not
away.
even. Let's pretend he wasn't even kissing her.
Okay,
He's
okay.
whispering.
Nope.
You know, he's telling her.
Sweet nothing.
Jack
No.
Daniels. Let's just We're gonna try to go where Peter is. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to. I want to jump into the male mind. All right.
Yeah.
So I know I'm a guy, but like I think like a
The
female.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna
sorry.
say. I know what the male mind said.
He grabs her by the neck.
Okay.
He says, "Jack Daniel on the rocks."
That's disgusting. Even when you're trying to tell someone something, you're most likely gonna be like, "Hey, like
Hey.
da da da," like you know what I mean?
You tapped them on the shoulder. Exactly. What would you be if that was
Is
what
that
he was
sexual
doing?
harassment live on
She's
camera?
like
Live on the air.
freaking paying your bills at that bar. You don't need to be stroking that woman like that.
No.
If she's a frequent bar visitor, or that's what you want,
That makes it worse.
That makes it worse.
How
that means
dare
you're doing that
you?
on the regular.
And that means
Tapping
she's
out.
not the only one, because she's telling her friends, and that's the hot spot.
And I bet
Peter's
that
over
friend
there.
that was recording it was her friend. Like, smile like.
Smile. Y'all
Right.
see Peter right there? Y'all see Peter right there? See
There-
Peter? And I would stand for you, brother, because I know you've been drugged through the mud. But that's some bullshit.
Yeah, you do be.
All together. I will stand for him when I think he's in the right. But this is some bullshit. Like, and the idea that he wouldn't just be like,
Yep.
yo, I fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me think it's.
And I get that he's pissed off. If he didn't do anything, he's pissed off because he didn't do anything, and he's getting shit, and he didn't even get none. So
But
I get it, but that didn't help the situation.
But admit
brother.
that looks crazy.
He should be like, you know what, babe? That is not how it happened, and I'm so sorry. It came off that way.
Right, but what did he say?
Instead of defending
I
the
saw
chick.
it. Didn't look like a big deal to me. She freak was my
freak
bar
matters.
often. We were having a conversation.
We was talking. She cool. She wouldn't even try to fuck with me.
She don't want Peter.
Bitch, the fuck?
Which made me,
And the thing is, it's like, if you already know that you're in the spotlight or whatever, and you've been heard cheating before, people know you as Peter the Cheater. That's his new name. Hashtag Peter the Cheater.
And who said that from the reunion last time that he was all low? And Cynthia was like, those are just rumors.
Portia said that he was dating one of his bartenders.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's
And
fire.
if he's always there, he's gonna stay an extra day. And if you're drinking too much, like Peter
and you
likes
wasn't
to,
having sex with him, and come to find out, girl, that's your
She don't
dirty
even want to
business.
see him naked. Ooh.
right? Oh my
Jesus.
gosh!
I was like, oh, you just said it about
You don't say that about your man.
You lie.
No,
you
no,
take
no,
that to the
You
grave.
be like, his schlong just hangs
You
so
be like-
long. I want to see
You
it on
be,
the
ain't
top.
gotta
right.
elaborate.
You be like, oh yes, my baby daddy looks so good. He make me want to just open up a box of Uncle Ben's and just
know
put on my body.
You didn't. Big Mouth was just like, oh, you don't even want to see him
I
naked?
mean, that made me drink 3
Like,
sips.
girl.
But we all know, like,
Girl.
Cynthia doesn't know how to say, like, appropriate things.
Which is
when
interesting
she's-
because to me, for that age group, Peter has swag, like
I
the
think he
sexy
definitely has
swag.
swag. But
But
she
then
went
it's
on
just
to
like,
explain-
what happens when you take off your
Well,
clothes?
if
It's just
you've
like,
given it to another woman, you don't look
went-
good to me
But she
anymore.
went on to explain that further, like
Well,
that sexual attraction and physical attraction are two different things. She's still attracted to him sexually, just physically he's not a model. But she knew that getting married.
and that's true. I guess being a model, like an actual
There's
model,
plenty of dudes
and
that
she's
I think
all
are
around.
attractive, but I would never want to have sex with them. I'm
That's
like,
true.
you don't turn me on like that.
Yeah, but
so I
you don't
get it.
ever let
But you don't
people
tell that about
think
your
about that
husband.
about your husband, because guess
definitely
what?
not Big
Another
Mal.
woman is gonna want to swoop in there and be
Big
like, well,
Mal mouth.
Big mouth.
Yeah.
You don't tell Big Mal.
Well, bitch.
Because
So,
Big Mal gonna tell everybody.
everybody.
and Mallory, she felt like Peter's cheating. She said.
But they thought
But
Peter
she
was
thought
cheating
that
from
from the
beginning,
jump.
So she ain't nobody.
Cynthia says, no, Peter might do some dumb shit, but Peter definitely ain't cheating. I'm just like, girl, stop it with your independent woman question.
But in her defense, because I always got to defend my sins in. Okay, so she said something about like Mal would like jump on her dude if she saw anything, and then I'm just not that type of jealous chick. And I can fall into that space myself because like I just don't be thinking about that kind of stuff, and I don't care. Like if you're cheating on me, it will eventually come to light, and I will find out, and we will part ways. But I'm not the chick that's gonna be like, everything that happens, like, oh hell no, and everybody's saying something because people gonna talk all the
True.
time,
But
and all
the-
you got is.
But
what's
here's my
between you
question.
and
The
I.
only way that you would and other people would have room to say that is if he was like perceived that way.
But if you're perceived, say you get, because he had
Yeah, but it's
his
just
women
messy,
to
too.
begin with, and he's got his little swagger going on. So if he was that kind of dude when you met him, and she says, I know Peter, and I've always said, I think they had an understanding, just like Toya Wright and Memphis that was on the other show last night.
Right.
I think they've always known who each other are.
Yeah.
And like Peter, whether it's actual sex or cheating or whatever, I don't know. But in terms of knowing, oh, he's real flirtatious and he's around women, that's why she's kind of like, I'm cool, I'm gonna do me. If you actually cross that boundary, that will eventually come to light. But I'm not gonna trip every time somebody's saying something because people are always gonna say
But
something
how
because of
many
who he is.
times? How many times have people said things, and now she's seeing it. Like,
well, that's the thing. Now there's a different situation that he's not even like being like, I understand why you would be embarrassed by that. I'm so sorry. He's basically taking defense, like, fuck you, they ain't do nothing, da da da. So that does put a different color
Cynthia's
to it. That
not
hasn't
the
been
type
before.
of woman that's built for a man that's like out there and swag and all that. Like, I don't think she needs that kind of guy.
Well, that's why she fell
She
for him,
doesn't
though.
know how to handle that.
Girl,
See,
that
I
was
feel
that
like she
Jamaican
can
magic.
handle that, but Peter ain't that. Peter ain't the walk into a room and everyone's like, "Hey, Peter!" Like Peter wants to be that. Cynthia's that. Cynthia walked into the damn room and all of a sudden, fucking angels start falling down. Like,
But you know, a lot of women love Peter.
I was gonna say I disagree with that. I think Peter does have that man.
Yeah, he does.
Because he's charming and
but
he can
I
pull
feel
that off.
but I feel like in conversation he's like that, but not. I don't feel like he's a room
No, but
attention
I don't
getter.
think he
as an
is.
older man, he has a commanding energy about
he's
him.
He's dark. He has that white hair.
He's got that accent.
He has those glasses.
So let me ask you
Like-
this question about the flirting thing.
I would talk to Peter.
Would
I
you?
wouldn't.
Not like for real in like life.
He gotta
but
keep
like,
his clothes
you know,
on now. But let me ask you guys
for
this.
free drinks.
Would you let him stroke your boob for a second?
But we could chat for free drinks.
But so here's the thing. Obviously, lots
can't
of girls
touch me,
might
though.
feel like that.
Yeah.
You
Right?
can't touch me though.
So, not being a jealous person, do you allow conversation to happen? Now, what we saw in the video, is that going too far if you're not a jealous person? Or is that where it gets, okay, y'all are touching each other a little too much? Because what is
too
flirting?
much.
Is flirting considered like boob grabbing, touching, stroking,
I think
pressing?
everybody's
or are you
different.
cool with like, you know, oh, you look nice tonight. Hey, thanks.
I think everybody's different because some chicks will flip out if you compliment a girl too much, another girl too much. Some people will flip out if you know you're fine. If you're, I personally think once you like pass a physical barrier and start touching somebody and touching them in a non-platonic way, like this is platonic. Hey girl, what you doing?
Right.
Rubbing on somebody's breasticles is not platonic.
Or even like touching
stroking
my
their
neck.
and like that is intimate. I don't
It
care how
is. It's
whatever
complete.
you
And if another man comes up to me and he's like,
stroke
hey,
your hair
Ash.
out of the way with your man sitting right there
Yeah.
and is like whispering into your neck, your man would be like, hell no.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna kill that fool.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
No, it's not
Shout out to
appropriate.
Naj Edmond. She asked, "Did you guys miss Claudia this episode?"
Oh, I even forgot,
forgot
she
her
was
name.
even on here.
That's what she said. I didn't even know.
She's probably back on The Price is Right.
Okay.
No,
that's a
she's gonna be
lie.
on
I
the
was-
next 15, which is Carlos King's new reality show where they follow reality stars. It's gonna be her, Benzino, Jennifer Williams,
Oh, please
Tiffany
stop.
from New York.
Please
I love New
stop.
York.
Wait,
Please stop.
all of the
But they're not
freaking-
gonna be connected with each other. It's just following them after
But
reality
who
TV.
cares about that?
I'm interested for Tiffany New York. I just want to see what.
She was like a
Oh.
big, like
But
she
she
was
already
like,
did that. She
she's
was on Botched.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she got her titties fixed and
Well, speaking of
cares. Like,
a
she
very
wants to be an actress.
classy, chic eyewear launch party,
I do want some of the eyewear though.
They were really
not gonna
cute.
lie. There was some cute stuff. I'm not mad.
Cynthia was running late, and it looked like she got a new closet set up in her closet. I don't know if you guys
It
paid
looked the
attention to
same
that.
to me.
No, I feel like those like tall.
I have to look again.
Yeah, that
I
was
just remember it was like in a room again.
And I was intrigued by that. I don't know why I noticed that. Cynthia's running late. She's doing her hair as people are like there waiting for her. Marlo shows up.
Hey, Marlo,
Marlo always comes in and looks great.
with your straps, honey.
I was dying at the I love on Love and Hip Hop, the extras always know to not look at the camera. Like when Jocelyn and Stevie are like
Yeah.
arguing each other. Real Housewives is totally different because it's like all gay boys.
Yeah.
So they're all there like in the back with like cameras, like trying to get a selfie or try to be in like the scene or whatnot. Kenya tells Marlo that Sheree lives by her and starts talking shit and says that Sheree's house is driving the value of the neighborhood down.
All the neighbors are
You're
talking.
doing too much.
Says that she's going to be in her house in 3 months. And I have to shout out to the editing on this show because it was Kenya and Marlo, I think, where they said, "Ooh, girl," she said, "look at all these women up in here."
I'm gonna have to dip in the lady pond.
Cue Peter walking in.
Yes.
Yo, doing the most. Peter came late. He walked up to Kenya. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm late because I was with my my video girl."
Joke. Bad joke, Peter. Bad joke.
Horrible, Peter.
But then Kenya, girl.
Believes in the benefit of the doubt. Gerba.
You over-engaged. Like, over-engaged. Just be like, oh, that is tacky as hell. You should never say that again. Why you get in a whole altercation where Marlo's like, come on, guys, don't do this here. Don't do. Like, Marlo's got to tell y'all
Right,
not to do
Marlo
this
of all people.
Marlo and Mallory, like, I've been
same person.
kind of almost
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than I could tell because
Same weave.
Marlo was wearing the censored outfit.
Yeah.
It was cute though.
Big Mal
Body
done lost
snatched.
some weight though.
She
Because
did.
Big Mal is trying to like be up on the team.
But that
Big
face.
mouth.
She looks so like big compared to everybody else. Not unlike
Does she?
But just
She
looking at her
always-
compared to Cynthia, that face is.
But
just
she's
like,
so mean looking. That's why I'm like.
Was her business partner her sister too? Because she kind of looked like them. She looked like Mal.
No.
Oh, to me she did.
Because it's just Cynthia and Mel, right?
I think so.
I think it's just them.
So at this thing, everyone had the headphones. It was like the silent rave thing where you could either listen to top 40 or
Silent
hip hop.
disco.
Boo.
Yeah, everyone listened to the damn hip hop station. Nobody had the green light on. Who made this comment? A woman's heart is because Mallory starts talking to the girls and spills the tea about Cynthia not thinking Peter's sexy
How you
naked.
gonna tell? Come on, y'all.
You know, I only said it because I know that these women
Care about her. Bye.
Bitch, have you watched the last 4 seasons?
Right. No, 8 seasons.
Right. Well,
Ain't
Cynthia ain't been
nobody
on.
on that stage ever cared about Cynthia. And the closest one that cared was Kenya. And we all know what Kenya caring about you means. Like, that was the most nonsensical, like, I was done. That's staged and disgusting.
Portia gonna come out talking about, the women's heart is connected to her vagina.
Girl, bye. Shut up. You
That's
don't even know
you.
what
No,
all
that's you. Your
You and
your
Duke.
pockets are connected to
She
your
don't know what
vagina.
her vagina is. So.
Let's keep that real. Cynthia comes out slaying for the gods in
Yes,
her
on
bikini.
it.
Mind you, she let us know that she took a helicopter there.
Right. Or wait, she was
Oh, she
gonna
wanted
take it.
to.
Oh, I thought
think
she
she-
did
she
because
wanted
of
to,
5
but-
o'clock traffic.
I thought she said that because it was after 5 o'clock, she wasn't able to do
Yeah.
it.
No, I thought she said because it was
No,
after
she
5,
couldn't take
she
it.
took it because of traffic in Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure she said she couldn't.
Yeah, because she wanted to come onto the
Onto
roof
a
with it.
helipad.
But that would have looked crazy, her
It's
coming
for
out
some
with that.
sunglasses, girl. And her thing would have been blowing, like it would have totally.
I mean,
not
and
made
are those
sense.
glasses even doing that great?
I don't know.
They look cute. I would purchase them. They look good on every person I saw them go on. They
Yeah.
look good.
I mean, hey, it's better than the wine she came up with because we never found that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I did end up having mixed Moscato. Not bad.
Okay.
I was into it. Drunk off too. Well, tipsy. Sheree comes in, Kiki's with Marlo, which I was side-eyeing.
They've
like,
rebonded.
I mean, but like that.
Yo. You look so good, bitch. You look so good.
No, you.
No, you.
No, like they're
No,
doing
you,
so
bitch.
now they're
Where did
doing-
that voice come from?
No, I
It's
hate
like,
it.
No, you, bitch.
Look at you.
Hey, girl, what you doing?
But it was like
Sure.
almost like their thing back and forth
Yes.
again. Like they just like to just bounce back and forth.
And it was throwback to Sheree and Kim doing the exact same thing against Nene.
Yep.
Like, oh my God, bitch, you look so good. Bitch, you look amazing. Oh my God. Like, come on. Y'all ain't friends for real.
Sheree doesn't even have a damn 60 seconds with these people.
Has
And
Sheree done work on her face?
who?
Sheree.
Maybe.
Did it look tighter? Or like
Yeah.
more chiseled than
Could've
She
been
looks exactly the same
some
from when we
contouring.
left off.
Could have been some
with her.
contouring.
Maybe it was makeup. I mean, not bad. I just was like, whoa, you look real.
Tight.
Yeah.
Not even 60 seconds in, and Kenya says, "Oh yeah, because the neighbors have been complaining.
Oh, I mean,
They're
my
curious
neighbor-
about Sheree's house."
Non-plural.
My neighbor asked a question because you
Sheree
probably
was like,
told
"Really?
her, "I'm
What?"
the other Atlanta housewife that lives in the neighborhood."
Right. Why would
Yeah.
she ask you?
And ain't nobody talk. Y'all see how close the houses are? Ain't nobody talking to their neighbor. Shut
Okay.
up. You lying.
Well, Kenya might have been.
You went knock,
hunting
knock,
in the
and
woods.
found your
Right.
neighbor. Your
Kenya might have
neighbor
been
did
in
not come
those
to you. Exactly.
Could you imagine just in the woods and all of a sudden
And
Kenya
Kenya's
was like,
ears, and you're like, what? No. Mess.
Sheree came out saying, well, whoever's asking should build a house first. If they haven't, then they can continue renting. Like Kenya Moore is.
Except
currently.
that wasn't a great comeback
And
because it doesn't take 5
Sheree-
years to build a house.
Well,
And Sheree's probably
you're
renting
Sheree's
too because
probably
she's
renting
not
right now.
owning a home. If she was owning a home, that's the home that they would be
and
showing.
if they have liens against your house, technically, that's no longer your house.
Yeah, it's not your house, boo boo.
Sheree asked if Kenya's house has mold in it.
Maybe.
Moldy Moore Manor.
Moldy
And
Moore.
that's where Phaedra came in and said, oatmeal face, better not start with Miss Sheree. And Sheree versus Kenya. Kenya says, she acting like I slit the hole in her air mattress.
That was really funny.
Really funny.
Really funny.
But if you saw Kenya and Sheree in a fight, who would you think would win?
Physically, Kenya.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think, okay.
Kenya's got weight. I feel like Sheree would
like
slice up Kenya's face.
See, I think Kenya's the bat crazy one, and that's why she would win, even though Sheree would have better skill, because Sheree boxes.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kenya is like Detroit, real effed up hood crazy, and if she got really let loose, she would like nut up and do crazy shit that Sheree wouldn't do. But then again, Sheree has her hood version, because she was like, I'm gonna check, so it might be a real great hood dirty fight.
And Nene didn't want none from Sheree either.
No.
Chateau, she can't pay. She says, I'll be in my house in 3 months, and you'll be in a tent outside of yours.
True that.
Because your bitch ass ain't moving in.
And then everybody's like, no, you said bitch ass. And then Sheree got her drink up, and Portia's like, no drink throwing.
And on that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so it looks like we're going to get Peter says fuck off to Mallory.
I mean, what's new?
Oh, all right.
They've never liked each other.
I mean, yeah, and she ain't ever like supported that relationship ever, so.
I feel it. We get Kim Fields
Praise.
and Kenya.
Oh, Kim. I don't know how that's going to work.
And then Phaedra and Candy. And I'm thinking this time around, Candy gonna go in on Miss Phaedra. I kind of think this is the last season for Miss Parks.
I hope so.
I think she about to get. I think she about to get buried this season.
You think
There's
so?
nothing. She's not adding to the storyline.
And you know, I love me
Apollo.
some Phaedra, but.
Well, I mean, it's telling their relationship. Like, she's hating on Candy and saying all that horrible stuff at the reunion last year, all because she mad and don't want to talk about it. She mad that she feels like Candy has helped Apollo, thereby taking his side, whether she actually has or not. And so she got feelings that she won't talk about. And instead, she bashes her good friend on freaking reunion. And Candy's just like, I don't know what you want from me, girl. Give me my husband his $8,000 so he can buy some more Timbs.
Well, I'm excited to see what else is coming up this season, and you know, we got this fourth panel up here, and I know Mr. Cameron Marston, you watching and texting me on here, and I'm trying to figure out why you ain't sitting up here.
Cameron, get up in here.
Motherfuckers acting like they got a job. Well, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, check out our sister site, BlackHollywoodLive.com. You guys can tweet me everywhere at everywhere on social media at DJ Jesse J.
You guys can always find me on Instagram at Pink English, as well as on Twitter, English Speak.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet. Check it out.
We gotta head to do Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.